Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the, what's the name of the channel? Black and Orange? Black and Orange channel. This is what happens when I start playing with fonts. Anyway, I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. I'm on, but I come on between noon and 12:15, hopefully closer to noon. I do my best, but I'm always here. I have been on every single day at that time, or you've been or somewhere later in the day, but it was like you were very clearly told about it for over 4 years. So yeah, I'll be here. Hang out in the chat. I'll be here ASAP. All right, thank you. Rondalyn says, fonts junkie. Yes. My computer, Thor, I'll explain someday why, but my computer, Thor, yes, struggles under the weight of the number of fonts. Anyway. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community here because of your kindness. You've been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed. So, alrighty, here we go. Christine says, wow, YouTube even unsubs members. Oh gosh, sorry to hear that. Hello. Okay, so let's get into the questions for today. Thank you for being here. I need to lean less on this. It makes the camera shake if I push on the standing desk too much. All right. This is behind the scenes stuff. Do you need to know this? No. Do I blather on about it sometimes? Too much. All right, so let us. Lisa Arnold says Thor can use a glow up. It's gonna take me a while until I have the money to replace Thor. So anyway. Joe Eliza says YouTube has been doing some weird stuff. Oh, hasn't it just? Yeah. All right, so let us have a look. Kristen from Uncover the News has today's first question. Thank you, Kristen. 3 minutes in. I love this. Trump was ordered to pay Christopher Steele's legal fees, totaling approximately $380,000. Yeah. Will bailiffs be sent to Trump's properties in the UK to collect his debt since Trump cannot go back to the UK? Why? Because he's a 34-time felon. Anyway. Yeah, so basically Christopher Steele is owed $380,000 and Trump hasn't paid. But it turns out that Christopher Steele, he can't, for example, go after Trump's property in Scotland because it turns out he doesn't own quite as much of it as you might, or he lets on. You mean he lied? No. But he's got to have a bank account there. Something. Anyway. Yes, Valerie. He's once, twice, 34 times a felon. And it's a strong word, but we hate him. So is Christopher Steele going to get his money? Oh, Valerie. Oh, this is why we're friends. And you're a sweetheart. Anyway. Jeez. Card for the reading. Moon. Oh, thank you, Bernadette. Thank you. Yeah. Chaos. He's just chaos. All right. Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Says he's sitting pretty. Page of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. What this feels like is, and it doesn't quite make sense to me, but I'll tell you what I'm picking up on. Sorry about the plane. What I'm picking up on is somehow, this doesn't make sense, it's like, get the courts to do it. I mean, obviously, but he would need to ask the court. Courts are going to just do something for funsies, but there's something here about he somehow, it's like, don't go after Trump yourself. Have the court go after that money. It feels like somehow, I don't know, and maybe there's something over there in the UK justice system I'm not understanding here, but it's something about go around, use a mechanism that's already in place. Don't try to do it personally or on a, I don't know, it's just weird energy. So anyway, let me see here. Linda Blue says, I can't hear you. Oh, sorry. Hello, Victoria. Well, he obviously, Visualize 70 says our courts can authorize over here the UK sheriffs to collect the debt. Something like that. Trump can't go there. That's what I'm getting. And again, howling at the moon. It's possible Donald Trump will never see his Scottish property, or that he will never see that golf course ever again. That makes me rather ridiculously happy. Temperance. 7 of Swords. Look, it's a thief card. Tower. Trump's world has come down. Queen of Pentacles. For what it's worth, this feels like whatever property Trump has, whatever assets Trump has in the UK are going to be liquidated because he's going to owe various, it's like more than, he owes money to like multiple people. So I wonder if they need to band together to say, okay, courts, we are all owed this money, or this needs to be paid, or whatever. Go take care of that. Yes, Friends with Monsters. MAGA, my assets got auctioned. Oh, gosh. How can you do this every single day of the year? Because I'm here with you. Oh gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, just the stars, hermit. Page of Wands. Oh well, the griftlings can go. Ace of Wands, but no Judgment, and this does feel like an auction. So yeah. All right, the side of my nose itches right there. I don't know why my nose itches when I'm doing this. All right. At 10:45, Susan Yantha had a question. Oh, that was lovely. I enjoyed that. Is Trump currently gathering himself an army for retaliation through Bannon's war room with the pillow fort? Is Trump currently gathering himself an army for retaliation with plans to use it during Election Day for voter intimidation? Midas Touch spoke about the possibility. I understand. I think that time has passed. I really do think that January 6th, that whole mess, I think that was their one shot. That was the only shot they really had. Other than that, that's not going to happen again. It's really not. For a multitude of reasons, and everybody's working on it from a different angle to knock all the pillars out from underneath it, all of the support out from underneath it. So that can never happen again. But is Trump currently gathering himself an army? And by the way, if I sound like I'm making fun, it's not at any. If I ever sound like I'm making fun, it's never at anyone asking the question. This is all any negativity. Trust me, it's not at you. It's those jerks. So, Cynthia O'Keefe says you have orbs in your house. Do I? Huh. Oh, Mickey says, I pray you're right. I live in terror of another Jan 6. Oh, don't, Mickey, don't. It'll be okay. Really, it'll be okay. We're going to be okay. So, I like that, Rebecca Smith. You can't intimidate me. I taught junior high. Okay. I can sum the whole reading up. Is Trump trying to get an army retaliation and do this thing? I've got all this stuff I can go through, but ultimately, the one thing, take it to heart, he's a fool who couldn't organize his way out of a paper bag. So, King of Swords, there are all kinds of mechanisms in place. Things that we don't even know about law enforcement, about the military, about you name it, that make certain this will never happen again. Like there are some people that are just like, oh, we are on this. For all the talk that there are right-wing people in the military, what I'm picking up is there are people high up who are like, oh no, we will never be used like that. No. So the Empress, that's the US, the country. Temperance. We're not playing those reindeer games. No. 9 of Wands. Feeling very beaten up, and a lot of the people who organized, not enough of them, but a lot of the people who organized January 6th are currently in prison. Ace of Wands. So anytime Trump's trying to blather on about something has to be done, Fool. And like I read on yesterday, the importance of Trump, why he's here, why he was put on this earth. He's not that important. He's really not. He's done a lot of awful stuff. He's managed to get groups of Republicans together to do awful stuff. But he doesn't have the power over others, the charisma that he thinks he does. So, anyway. Oh, apparently people are seeing orbs. Interesting. I try to do quite a bit around here. I mean, not quite a bit. I try to do regular kinds of things to make sure that this place does not end up haunted. That there are no weird noises. There are no, nope. But I'm doing readings. I do this every day at the same time, so it would make sense if as long as they're being nice, as long as they're friendly. Okay. Bernard Smith says they would be good ghosts. Oh, good. Old Silver, good energy only. I am down for that. All right. Let's go on to... the related question to that at 17 minutes in would be, is the U.S. military preparing for possible riots and unrest stemming from a Biden landslide win? Well, as long as nothing actually happens, why not? I guess this is no Haints in the house. I'm with you on that. No, thank you. Yeah, I know. I mean, there are some other people, really, really talented psychics out there, and they're just like noises in the house and all this, and people coming in, and I'm like, oh no, nope, not doing it. No, and it would disturb the kitties. We can't be disturbing the kitties. All right, so is the U.S. military preparing for what happens if there is a landslide, preparing for what happens for any kind of riots or unrest stemming from a Biden landslide win? Let's do that part. Ooh, cards right off the top of the deck. Solid energy. Positive, solid energy. Two of Wands. Well, Trump's out there scaring people. So, yeah, that's just what he does. Mostly, and the main reason he does it, one, to assuage his infinite ego, but to raise money from the suckers. Biden landslide win. Ooh. There are things that happen, bad things that have happened to the U.S. And often it's a very understandable failure of imagination on our part, where we're like, I didn't even think that could happen. I never thought that would happen. Whether it's Pearl Harbor or 9/11, excuse me, or an insurrection in this day and age. But so this was Thief card, but they didn't get very far. And the Wheel of Fortune is turned. We know about it now. We know it's a possibility. There are people, some people who would be willing to do that and not just and have enough organization ability to organize people that it's something they have to come up with a plan for the possibility of it. So thief, but it didn't work well. Things have changed, but then people know about it. Six of Pentacles. All right, so it's gone from miser, just desperately clasping what little they have on the right, to little, might get a couple of little people, little page here, a little bit interested in being awful, but there's not much here. We're going to be okay. And they're ready. Yeah, they're ready. All right. So, Cynthia O'Keefe had a question. Oh, excuse me. At 21 minutes in. 21 minutes in. My question is, back in 2016, did you read that Trumpty was going to be president? I really wasn't reading back then, to be honest. I had stopped reading for a number of years. 2016, leading up to the election, was Kirsten Langston even on then? When did she start? What year did she start? Was it 2016 or was it like 2017? I think it was, because I saw one of her first videos. But I think he might have already been president, but I wasn't reading much back then. So I rarely got out my cards. It really, Kirsten Langston is really who kind of, in a sense, gave me the green light to go forward with this. And I'm not Wiccan, but that expression, to come out of the broom closet, yeah, that kind of be open with your New Age beliefs, and be able to go into other people's energy, which I didn't think we were allowed to do. So I don't really remember. I just remember thinking, well, the polls are the polls. But once he was elected, the night before Inauguration Day, I was in my kitchen at, 11:30, 12:30 at night, and I was just cleaning my spice rack. I couldn't sit still. So I was cleaning. And I just trying to keep busy because I was so worried. But anyway. Debsy says, Kirsten Langston's YouTube says she joined in 2013. Ooh, cool. Yeah. Okay. But I don't know when she started doing political stuff regularly. But thank you. So, Sadie Miller says, I love when you sang the national anthem. I was so happy I came out of the broom closet. Thank you. Everybody was so upset. So, all right. That wasn't really a question, I guess, but I just thought I would answer. Okay. Okay, not a reading. I know what I could ask. At 20, probably 25. Will political tarot readers on YouTube continue to be, quote, a thing, question mark, unquote? And like, is this going to continue to be important. Will political tarot readers on YouTube continue to be ongoing, significant, successful in whatever way they are? Much more interesting than anything just specifically about me. So we are in this together. Because there were times people were like, gosh, once Trump's gone, what you're not going to have anything to read on. I wish. Well, right now. Oh, thank you, Giovanna. Thank you. Hugs back to you. Catherine Rodriguez is hoping political tarot continues as corporate media is bogus now. Well, a lot of people have worked really hard to all of these people, and all these people I'm thinking of who've worked so hard to build up their channels, to be there for people, to calm people down, to be supportive. Yeah, there's a lot of hard work that people have done, and I applaud every one of them. I mean, I'd start on the list, but it would just go on and on and on and on and on. So, Three of Pentacles, working the plan. Eight of Cups, unfinished. Four of Swords. Okay, there's some silence there. There's a Devil. And there's a Page of Pentacles. There's always corruption to read on. I'm trying to get a sense of is this pointing at perhaps us moving on to something else or being stopped? Is this our silence, or is it? Let me get some clarification. Grace is asking a reduction in urgency, maybe. I don't know. Pluto's kicking up stuff everywhere. Linda Kingsley, hang on. What is this? You will be here? Yes, you will have plenty to read on. A few will go off the air. I don't know who that is, but some will stay. You are here because you give a loving energy most do not have. Oh, you calm us all. You're very sweet. Thank you. I don't know who that is, and I'd rather not say bad things about other readers. So pretend you didn't see that. Valerie from Sage the Scales Tarot. Do follow Sage the Scales Tarot. Valerie's awesome. First thing I said was T was going to break laws, wreck institutions, and get impeached. Good. First thing I was afraid of was he was going to start rounding up Muslims. That was my worry. Had an argument with my ex-husband about that. Yeah, but oh, thank you, Bern. Thank you. Let me just have a quick look. I'm just seeing more scandal. Okay, so scandals and Old Silver says we will. Oh, there's Marianne. We need readings from Street Operating. Yes. Old Silver says we will have much work to do and guidance will be needed. True. Let me see if I can get, it seems like I should get a little bit more information. Thank you. Well, it's going to take a while until we fully see justice. So there's corruption. That's not going away. We still have these idiots on the far right. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there's a question in here about our least favorite box of hair. Paul Ryan. I think he comes up today. Anyway. All right, let's move on to Pride. 3055. Claude was asking, as it is LGBTQ plus Pride Month, yes, how are Republicans seeing that community? Do you need me to answer that? And what are their real intentions toward it? I believe they want us to disagree with our rights. Yes, I am a proud gay man. Awesome. How do Republicans see the community? Narrow-mindedly or hypocritically is my general feeling. What are their real intentions? Okay, I'll have a look. Let's see. Oh boy. They want to pass laws. Most of the time, they don't want to govern, but when it comes to controlling other people, they're all over it. They want to pass judgment. Look, it's a lover's card between a man and a woman. Six of Pentacles. We're not prospering because made up excuse, blah diddy blah. How dare we give certain people equality? Seven of Wands. They end up on the defensive because of that stupidity. So those are their intentions. Bad. Yes, Alden Pond. Fear raises money. Exactly. Yes. Do I have it in here? Hold, please. 1 second. Put that there. I'll be right back. Okay. Put this back up. Go back to comments. Okay, so of course I have my blue wave pin. Please vote. Please vote. I have got my votes for women. And this, which is from a poster from back when women were trying to get the vote. Both of these are actually from that time. The art on them. Votes for women. It's a man's world unless women vote. But the most, and this is the one I was looking for, I am an ally. You are safe with me. So, yeah. So let me just put this on. All right. Might get a little bit of glare, but we'll see what happens. All right. This little box. And despite the color, no, this is not a Tiffany box. Very inexpensive. Okay. There's a way to, should it be farther up? Should it be farther down? Needs to be, no, it is what it is. Okay. So, not sure where to put it. Anyway, hopefully you get the point. So you're safe here. All right. At 3710, good question. Will one day the rights of LGBTQ plus people be protected by law? Solid law. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Please. I am missing a card. Doesn't feel like I'm missing a card, but apparently, number-wise, I'm missing a card. 2 of Cups. Partnership. America. 9 of Swords. There's been a lot of pain in the past. Unnecessary, ridiculous pain. With the far right taking away rights, they're doing it with women at the moment, but it'll just continue. Women's reproductive care. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to take a while until Tim and Riches have always felt safe here. Good. That makes me happy. It's going to continue to be, we've got these far right idiots, and we're going to have them for a while, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, they are listened to. Their stupidity is amplified by certain media. Although I know where I want to go from here. We have lots of great questions, but there's one thing I really want to read on. So, hello, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. Hello. Did I get them on Amazon? Yes, I'll dig up the links. I'll put them in the comments. All right. At 39:30, this is what I'm gonna have point of privilege, I guess. I'm gonna ask this. Ask this. Did you see Alex Jones and his fake sociopathic crying? Crying? What is the future for Alex Jones? Now, we get down in the muck here. I said before I came on, some people were asking about me to read on some particularly dark stuff. And I had to say in the chat that if it's not in the news and it's really awful, really dark, I just don't want to go there because I'm an empath and I'm sensitive to this garbage. And, I've got enough of, I've got healthy barriers in place, but there are just some things I know, just know. But Alex Jones teetering on the edge of not having the platform he has. That this is a beautiful thing. I like that. Lewis, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Laugh so hard watching the fake cry. Yes. Lady Eva says you should consider dressing as Deanna Troy for Halloween, the empath. Oh, interesting. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for Halloween. There are only so many ideas, but Alex Jones, I'm happy to read on this jerk. So let me change this to 41, 45. Okay. Alex Jones, what's in your future? You sociopathic jerk. Mainly what I can feel is just how much damage he's done, how much negativity. Joel Leza says Hal Sparks wants to buy his desk. Hal Sparks should get Alex Jones's desk. Absolutely. I would not want anything from that set. Just ew. Oh my gosh, so gross. I mean, it's not Yahtzee memorabilia, but it's still, the amount of damage he's done is just, he is the bog of eternal stench energetically. But I love this card in this deck especially, but I especially love that it is the Sword of Truth. And the Sword of Truth has come for the far right made up victory garbage. He starts out with a Hermit card. I like this for him. Yes. I like that it starts with the Hermit card. Here, let me put this up here so you can go through it. Isolation from his work. Suspension. There's America. Major Arcana. In the center, Six of Cups. Nostalgia, children. Yeah. Once they start liquidating things, once they start, from what I hear, please, if you know more details than I do, please, Lord Wagner. My understanding is they are liquidating everything. Are they leaving him with a, two farthings to rub together, or is he in one of those states where you can have a mega mansion and they'll say, oh, but that's your primary residence, so we can't take that. But from what I hear, there's a lot of of liquidating assets. And this isolation, and this is big. And he deserves all of that and more. One thing I'm a big believer on around here is justice. What a scumbag. Lois McDonald says, I'm sure Alex Jones has squirreled money away. Yeah. Debsy says, I doubt Alex Jones has learned any lessons from this. Oh, not at all. He is a sociopath. He does not have the full range of human emotions. He just doesn't. I'm not insulting the guy. I from what I've seen, that it's not there. That's what the fake crying is. Imagine you've built up all this stuff. You have people working for you. Like, I have my little small business here. The original version of this, that what gave me this idea, was I had actually thrown together a little something that was talking about Book Art Media, which is the name of my LLC, my publishing LLC. And, I don't have full-blown employees, but, I do get a little bit of help here and there that I pay for. Actually, Sarah helps, and I'm able to pay her. But just this thought of everything being shut down, all of my assets being grabbed and liquidated, just everything. I'd be upset for myself, but I'd also be upset for Sarah. I would be. Hal Sparks was saying the other day that why is Alex all upset? I mean, you could continue on using your phone. He could just continue to talk, but he has to have this big operation. Rebecca Smith says, I'm a sole employee of my biz. Yeah, I'm not able. I don't have enough money to pay someone to be an actual, like, full-blown employee. I do hire for some contract work, but that's all I can manage. But it all being taken away is terrifying. And if that happened, I would be upset. But it wouldn't be that performative garbage. Anybody would be upset. And he just wasn't. It was so fake. It was so fake. I give people the benefit of the doubt all the time, people I shouldn't, but that was so fake. Anyway, sorry, just blathering on. Hanged Man. I wonder if the FCC can get involved. FCC? Yeah. Federal Communication. Oh. Page of Swords, 4 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, he can continue on in some way, but I've got a big suspension. It makes me wonder what form this is going to take. Because if you've got access to any kind of camera and the internet, you could go on YouTube. Maybe they put something in place that any money he makes, he can't keep, or I don't know. Thank you, Laura. Federal Communications Commission. Thank you. Flag, this says winter is coming for Alex Jones. Yes. Core Smith says his future earnings are to be taken as well. Good. Bless those poor children. Bless those poor teachers. And bless those poor parents and their families. Bless them. Divine Spirit, bless them. But yeah, this is what happens when you listen to sociopaths. Trump's the same way. He doesn't have the full range of human emotions. He's better at hiding it. Anyway, so at 50:30 flag, this had a question. Let's go down to this. 50:40. New reporting by Fix the Court, bless them, reveals Thomas has benefited $4 million from outside gifts in the last 20 years. Yes, oh, that's right. I also forgot about that $500,000 vacation that Harlan Crow took me on. Whoopsies. Can the nation really not scrape this mess off its shoe any sooner than 2025? I love that flag. That was good. Yeah. Love to Lou says, yes, he is 50. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm older than that jerk. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do think I'm aging better just because meanness and cruelty, you don't age well. But anyway, Thomas. Gosh. Ick. All right. I'm done shuffling, so I can change this to 52. Clarence Thomas. Hello, Senate. It's really the Senate is the only thing. Carmela Whitaker says, Chiron return. Concerning which what? Please. Lewis is asking, why isn't Harlan Crow being investigated? Isn't that bribery? Yeah, but Republicans? Haven't they tried to investigate him in the House? He's still on the bench. Thomas still there, making the big legal decisions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thea saying, yes, AOC is trying it still. Good. It's a thief card. There's America. And he's a thief. If you take bribes and you take away people's rights, bodily autonomy, stuff like that, but also you're taking millions upon millions of dollars worth of gifts from cronies. And then, oopsies, forgot to tell you about that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you about that other thing too. I mean, it's just it's a poke in the eye. It's insulting. He's playing games. He's just playing games. He's a thief. Clarence Thomas is a thief. There are people on the Supreme Court who are working very hard to do a very good job, but the ones who aren't, especially Thomas, he is the emperor. Have you seen that photograph of him and Harlan Crow and a couple of other people sitting outside at a retreat with their cigars? And Clarence Thomas, of course, is talking, and everyone's pretending to be interested. He is vile. He is a vile thief. Arrogant beyond anything I could express to you. Louis Tavalis, paging the IRS. Yes, paging the IRS. IRS, please report to Clarence Thomas's returns. Thank you. Funny you should say that, thief card. Keeping secrets. 8 of Cups. All right. All those things you're supposed to be doing, and all of the thing, yeah, just ignore all of that. I don't know, decency, women's rights. It's all just a bunch of hooey to him. However, it's interesting, this Justice card, which is where this ends. It actually feels like a Justice card. It's not this. This is not justice. This is his arrogance. This feels like this is coming, but it's just not. I'm afraid it's not now. It's going to be at least 2025, which is most vexing. Exactly, Lois McDonald. Amazing how forgetful Thomas is for a Supreme Court justice. Yick. Sorry. Where was it? Flag this says, used to work for a high-end auction house. You would not believe the weird and awful stuff Harlan Crow purchased on the regular. Yeah, more stuff that you don't. Psychometry is a thing, even if it's subconscious. Just really just don't. Things gather energy. That's why there was a reader who was trying to raise money, and it was for a good cause, but they were auctioning off the main deck that they use. And I was like, oh wow. That's, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know about that. There's a lot of your own energy in these decks, and you just want to hand that to somebody. Can I like narrow it down to possibilities of who gets it? Mary Smith is saying, read about that. I'm so sorry. Read about what? What should I read about? Anyway, I've got questions here though. I'm gonna jump to here. Oh, blah, blah. Oh yes, I know. Crow collects. Yes, Anne. Crow collects the Yahtzee stuff. Yeah. Okay. Blah. 58 20 58 30. Okay, so S was asking, can you tell us if Republican Senate and House members will be held responsible for Hatch Act violations? Have they added some kind of teeth to Hatch Act? I thought that it was my understanding is like they were telling Kellyanne Conway, great Gussie, that she was violating Hatch Act. It was Hatch Act violations, and she was like, huh, arrest me, because there aren't enough teeth to that. Bernard Smith says they haven't so far. Okay. One thing we've learned from the Trump era is you can't have well, it's just not done. No, there needs to be this is law on the books, and it needs to be in a workable form so that things like, this makes me crazy, the emoluments clause of the Constitution. The Constitution has an emoluments clause, and the Republicans went, nah, don't feel like it. Are you kidding me? Trump should have lost control, lost lease. The leash should have broken immediately on the Washington, D.C. Trump Hotel the instant that man took his oath of office. Yes, suburban housewife. Consequences must be quick and by the book. Yes. Yes. Strength. 8 of Wands. They do what they want. Death card. It should someday. I don't have the vocal range to be doing the West Side Story someday. Someday. Eek. Oh, do. Well, I have been on for an hour. So I'm going to roll over questions to tomorrow that I did not get to today, but there'll still be space for lots of questions tomorrow. So do put your questions in the chat before I come on, please. All right. The energy was icky today. Sage. Your computer on you. Clear an energy around you. A Cancer moon. I want to make sure you're okay. And then I can help myself. I know they say on the planes, you know, if the masks do drop down, help put on your own mask before helping others. It's like, I know I'm supposed to, but it would be so hard. Then again, anyway, that's a whole different topic. Anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Do get out of this energy. Do take a little time for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. All right. It's 1:11 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel, every day. All right? So hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right? So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.